Hey guys, thanks for stopping in. I had a new viewer named Helen Trout ask if I could figure out a way to steam an artichoke in the toaster oven. So I bought 4 of them yesterday and I cooked 3 of them, 3 different ways, and so far I'm not too impressed by the way any of them turned out. So I have 1 left. Let me bring you over here and show you what I've done so far. Let me take you through the first 3 artichokes that I cooked. These are not really very big, they're kind of a medium artichoke. Now with this one here, my first thought was what I did is washed it off, put it in some aluminum foil with a little bit of water in the bottom and wrapped it up tight. And it came out okay, but it's a little bit dry and a little bit tough in my opinion. I cooked it in the oven for about 45 minutes at 450 degrees. So on the second one I thought, well, maybe it would be turn out a little bit better if I tried putting some olive oil on it rather than just putting water in there with it. So I put olive oil on it and I cooked it in the foil wrapped up for about 45 minutes at 450 degrees, just like the other one. You can see it actually kind of fried the outside of the artichoke a bit, kind of made it real brown on the outside. So this one kind of came out tough and dry and oily. So I didn't even think it was good as the first one. So I decided to go back to the water idea. So the third one I did, I actually took the artichoke and I stuck it in that little bowl of water, and then I wrapped that whole bowl with the artichoke in it in foil. I put it in the oven, cooked it about 45 minutes at 450 degrees again, and this one didn't even cook. I guess the water cooled it down too much and it didn't even cook, so I had to take the bowl out, put it back in the foil by itself, and then cook it for another 20 minutes or so. And now it's okay, it's edible. All these are edible, they're just not really the way I would like them to be. So after doing those 3, I was kind of discouraged and kind of had run out of ideas. And then my wife said, well, if they're coming out dry, what if you soak them in water? So what I did is we just stuck this in this container of water overnight, and it really plumped this artichoke up. I mean, I think that might be part of the problem, is the other ones were all kind of dehydrated. In fact, this is the stem that I cut off the bottom. You know, I cut the stem off so it would soak up water better, kind of like when you trim flowers and put them, you know, in a vase. But look at this, the stem here is probably like 50% bigger around than this piece I cut off, so I think these things were really dehydrated. So my plan now is just going to take a little bit more water and pour it into the foil like that, and I'm going to wrap this thing up tight and then put it into the toaster oven for about 45 minutes or so, just like I did the other ones, and we'll see how it turns out. I set the oven to bake at 450 degrees. Get the rack out of there, that way the tray will drop down a little lower, and we'll let that cook for about 45 minutes or so, and we'll see how it turned out. It's been about 45 minutes, so I think I'm going to pull this out of here now. And I'm going to let it sit in the foil and cool down for about 15 minutes or so before I open it up. This has been resting for about 20 minutes, so let's open up our present and see how it looks. I'm real curious to see how this one turned out. Well, actually that looks probably like the best one so far. I wonder if it's cooked enough. Wow, a lot more tender than the other ones. This artichoke looks so much better than those other ones did. See, these leaves just peel right off there like nothing. It's nice and tender. We try a little with some mayonnaise here. That meat on the other side of the leaf there just scrapes right off. It's nice and soft. That's how it should be. I guess they were just dehydrated, and soaking them in that water like that make all the difference. So I have to give my wife the credit for this idea. I was ready to give up on this. She said, if this one turns out good, I want it. So I guess can't argue with that, huh? Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll talk to you next time.